In meeting these giants as individuals, she comes to understand them, and herself, as intricately entwined with their environment and with other living creatures. Hidden within the folds of these trees is something unexpected. Giant trees, because of their age, carry very complex medicines, bled out from endogenous fungi that inhabit them. These medicinal molecules have the flexibility to shield the human body against disease, as well as potentially hold the cures for many illnesses. This alone puts another kind of moral value on protecting these forest giants. Nature, like poetry, needs constant creation from a new set of eyes. Amanda begins her endeavor as a novice tree tracker, learning about the West Coast forest. She is an ideal guide, bringing the reader along on her journey of discovery with warmth, wit, and curiosity. We are lucky that she has come out of her leafy glade to teach us all by tracking these giants. This is the real gift of nature for each generation. It opens a lifeline of learning, which in turn leads to connection, and on to conservation. Out of conservation, protection arises like a phoenix from the ashes of our ignorance, and the delicate balance returns. Dr. Diana Beresford Croker. Author's Note: in which I get away with it. This book is about searching for champion trees, the largest known trees of their species. Finding champion trees is like squeezing Jell-O. It seems that just when you locate a champion, someone finds a bigger tree. Or the champion dies, or is reduced in size due to disease, wind, or fire, and you're left looking for the runner-up to take the crown. The champions in this book reflect their status at the time I looked for them, and they might no longer be the record holders. I have included the sizes of the trees when last measured, and as the BC Big Tree Registry uses the metric system, I have included their sizes in meters. If you have trouble visualizing in meters, multiply by 3 to get a rough conversion to feet. But as you will quickly find out, this book is less about quantifying and more about determining what we lose when we pursue bigness at the expense of small joys. I am a settler and a guest in these lands, the unceded and traditional territories of numerous indigenous peoples who have distinct cultures and languages. As I looked for trees, I attempted to learn about their many uses by indigenous peoples and settlers alike. I've included some of that information here, when it was readily available in guidebooks, rather than drawing on traditional knowledge without consent. I received permission from Dr. Lushim Arvid Charlie and Dr. Nancy J. Turner to use material from Lushim's plants. I selected this guidebook as my main source on indigenous uses of plants, as it's wonderful and authoritative, and it contains information relevant to Cowichan tribes, whose territory covers many of the places mentioned in this text. The notion of trees being found or discovered is problematic, and I discuss the point in Chapter 5. But for ease, I have sometimes used the verbs in my accounts of looking for trees. I have also obscured some details about trees' precise locations, out of cultural and ecological respect. Throughout the text, I have referred to lands under provincial jurisdiction as crown lands. This book is largely chronological, though I have occasionally taken liberties with the timeline, moving some tree trips so they better fit the narrative. I sometimes made repeat attempts on a tree over several months, or returned to take measurements or GPS coordinates. I have condensed those visits to fit the narrative. I have also not included all the tree trips I took. You get the idea. 1. Norvan's Castle, Western Hemlock. An expedition that begins badly usually ends well. Steve O'Shea. These fucking trees! I spat the words as I turned slowly, peering into the brush around me. Salmonberry and